Let's take a look at our top selections for the Dan Illman, Mike Beer taking a look at race number 10 at Churchill Downs on Saturday, November the 14th. Let's throw up the field for the Grade 2 Mrs. Revere Stakes. These are 3-year-old fillies going 1 1/16 on the turf. Only a field of 7, but a pretty evenly matched group, Mike. Stunning Sky just won the Grade 3 Valley View. The one Hendy Woods is taking a big class drop out of the QE2 Cup.
Yeah, I guess ultimately, Dan, she didn't really have a big excuse, Hendy Woods, in the QE2, but that was just a much stronger field. And it feels like she's back in a better spot this time. And we'll see if Stunning Sky can go back-to-back. She had, been very consistent without posting a lot of wins, but she got it done last time.
Let's throw up the Timeform US pace projector for this race. Not expected to be a lot of pace. It's a blue bar situation that could favor horses on or near the early lead, and the lone speed does seem to be the number 2, Positive Danger. The question is if Positive Danger is good enough. She's lightly raced with some upside, but she's probably going to have to run the best race of her life by a long way, even with this presumed pace advantage.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a clear early lead will give her best chance to win here. I did sort of feel like Hendy Woods and Princess Grace, the 4. I mean, they can be forward in this race, Dan. I wouldn't expect them to be too far away from the early lead.
Class relief should be key for the one Hendy Woods. Let's just look at her career. When she's in against horses like Harvey's Little Goyle and Sharing, she's going to come up short. When she's not in against those type of horses, she's a perfect 3 for 3 in her career. And in the QE2 Cup, she's had a nice trip in the pocket, and she just couldn't quicken with those horses, and that's not a disgrace. Harvey's Little Girl came back to run 3rd in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf, which she missed by a neck, with a 102 buyer speed figure. Hendy Woods just fits with these horses, and she's likely to sit a similar pocket trip here, I would guess.
Yeah, I feel like her tactical speed really is going to help her out in this race, because it feels like she'll be up close to a pace that is not going to be fast. And listen, she didn't run poorly last time. It was just too tough. She ran very well, 2 back against Sharing as well. Just not quite at that horse's level. But you're right. Other than that, she's just run really well in all of her races. She makes a lot of sense in here.
Positive Danger has only raced twice in turf routes. In both of those races, she's gone gate to wire. She's expected to go gate, according to the Timeform US pace projector. We'll see if she can go wire. I'm not sure what she beat last time out. She was 8-1 against a field of kind of dirt horses, and she won with a 76 buyer speed figure. This is a much tougher spot.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if she's ready for this step up in class. She is 2 for 2 routing on turf, getting to the lead both times in those races. So, we'll see if she can make it 3 for 3 on the lead. I don't think I would be shocked if she did it, Dan, but I do feel like she's going to have to run better than she's running those other 2 wins.
10th start of the year for the 3 Stunning Sky. She's a hardy horse that seems to thrive on racing, and she came from out of it last time out to win the Grade 3 Valley View, beating 3 of these common rivals. Let's watch that race right now. You're going to see the first run come from Princess Grace. She makes a very strong run to take the lead on the outside, and it looks like she's on her way to victory, but maybe she moved too soon into the teeth of this pace, because the last run was the best run, and the last run belonged to the winner, Stunning Sky.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it. I mean, I don't know what to say that. I didn't really see a big excuse for Princess Grace. I thought she got a perfect trip in there, ran to the lead and just couldn't put it away at the end. Not that she ran poorly. I just didn't see a big excuse for her there. Stunning Sky. I mean, if nothing else, it was nice to see her get a win finally, because she's been so consistent without winning a race. She got it done last time.
Princess Grace, yes, she was beaten last time out. Yes, she had a clear lead that she blew, but it was only her 3rd lifetime start. She was taking a gigantic step up in class off a maiden win at Colonial and a non-winners of 1 other race at Monmouth Park. She ran quite well. She retains plenty of upside, and as you mentioned in the open, she has that tactical speed. She's going to get that kind of trip over Stunning Sky at the least almost every single time.
Yeah, she's just way more tactical than that horse. She's run well in all of her races. Then she ran fine last time. Again, I didn't see a big excuse for her, but it was a much tougher race. She ran a new top figure in there. She was right there at the end of the race. She did basically everything right but win. And I just feel like she's another horse who makes a lot of sense in this race. We'll see what kind of price she is.
We saw how ironic running at the end of that Valley View. She was 3rd at 29-1. And again, that pace was fast. It's set up for her. She came with her kick. I'm just not sure she's as strong of a closer as Stunning Sky is overall. When you see that she received her career best buyer in that race, does it make you begin to question the number? Princess Grace, by far a career best. How Ironic, a career best. Stunning Sky, a career best.
Yeah, maybe it does. That could certainly be true. The other thing is, to me, it just makes it, hard for me to give too much credit to either Stunning Sky or Princess Grace for the runs they made in there, because How Ironic basically got the same trip as those. They all sort of lingered towards the back. That also goes for Witez, who's also in this race. They all sort of sat it out early. They all made late runs through the stretch. Stunning Sky got it done. I mean, but the fact that this horse was so close in there with the same kind of a trip, just it just makes me not really want any of those horses.
Another horse that's a true closer that could be compromised by the lack of pace is the 6, Past the Plate, who ran pretty well earlier this year on the turf, third against Sharing in the Tepin, a race in which she didn't break very well, swung really wide turning into the stretch. It was making up ground, and then fourth in the Regret against Harvey's Little Goyle after breaking from post 12. Now, she won on dirt in an off-the-turf race last time out. She was able to get close to glacial fractions that day. The pace might be slow here. I'm not sure it's going to be that slow. She's likely going to have to come from out of it.
Yeah, it feels like she will be, towards the back of this field, if not last, when they come to the top of the stretch. So that's going to leave her with a lot of work to do, and we'll see if she can overcome it, Dan. I think it's going to be tough for her to do it. But just going back to that Regret 3 starts back, she ran pretty well in there. I mean, she came very, very wide to the stretch in there and was gaining ground all the way.
Completing the field is the 7 Witez for Ian Wilkes, fourth behind Stunning Sky, Princess Grace, and How Ironic in the Valley View. Kind of an even performance in there. I thought her race in the Lake George was okay 2 starts back. I think if you're liking her in this spot, you're trying to rate her off of that performance.
Yeah, that's probably true. She did run pretty well in that race, although, she certainly had her shot at it. It just wasn't quite good enough. And I just sort of felt the same way about her Valley View, Dan. She ran fine in that race, but she was, in contention with a similar trip to the first and third place finishers in there. And she just got outkicked at the end. And I'm not sure why things would necessarily be different in this race.
Top pick time for the Grade 2 Mrs. Revere Stakes at Churchill Downs. I'm concerned about the lack of pace in here for the 3 Stunning Sky. I've always been a fan of this horse. I think she's going to be kicking late, but I'm not way against your top pick, Hendy Woods. She might just simply trip out, get the jump on Stunning Sky, and prove too good.
Yeah, I mean, the trip could go a long way. I'm not sure she's not the best horse in the race anyway, Dan. We'll see how they wind up betting it. I would happily take the 3-1 that she is on the morning line, though.
1-3-6-4 for Mike, 3-1-4-5 for me in the Grade 2 Mrs. Revere Stakes, the feature race at Churchill Downs on Saturday. Race 10 is an approximate post of 5:36 Eastern. Best of luck.